Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon on 15558. It's a tier 10 French SPG. It's located on the southwest spawn of Karelia and it's under the command of UbumPong. Now I hope I pronounced that wrong because I don't want to upset somebody, but yeah, I hope you'd forgive me if I didn't get it right. Well, the Bat Chât 15558 in this version has 3 shots. In the first version it actually had a 4-shot autoloader, but of course Wargaming considered that was a bit OP and they decided to take a shell away and also increase the loading time. Currently it's 46.68 seconds for 3 shots and 10 seconds intra-clip, so you've got a long wait between each shot being fired, so 30 seconds to fire all 3, or 20 seconds actually to fire all 3, because you right from the first shot being fired you've got 20 seconds until they're all out, and then another 46 seconds to go afterwards. He's going for the Manticore. Oh, and he wiped him out with 1 shot. Just goes to show the armor on the Manticore is very poor indeed. Just went down with 1 round. Rounds out the 430. Direct hit for 215. Now the 430 probably knows that he's got another shot, and in fact now he's aiming for the TD position, because there's normally a TD in residence, and there is. It's a Guerrilla 15. Rounds out on him. Oh, he has the good sense to pull away just after that shot arrived, or just before it arrived actually. I think he was using the rock for cover, so he fired his round and he was in reload, so he decided to move. And you can see UbumPong is actually deciding to move himself. Now this actually can be quite a good move for avoiding counter battery. There's nobody in the north side. None of his team have actually decided to go up north, and that's a very good reason to relocate to the south for the protection of his own teammates, to avoid getting taken out, because if he stayed near the cap on his own you can be sure that he would die. The only problem of course of being here is you're much closer to the enemy, and if you get spotted the enemy's going to take you out. Well, he's reloaded and he's now going for that Guerrilla. You can see the ground was kicked up just behind the rock. He fires the first round in. No sign that the Guerrilla's still there. The T110E4 shooting from this position as well. In fact, it's very difficult for UbumPong to be effective when there's nobody behind him to actually stop the enemy taking our cap area. And thankfully a Guerrilla 15 and a Bat Chât 25 ton have decided they're going to go and cover the cap just in case. I think they should have thought about that before lemon training up the south side of the map beforehand. And UbumPong's now decided he's not going to waste his 2 shots and firing further up the south valley. Instead what he's going to do is wait until his teammates up near the cap spot someone. It's got 20 rounds of standard AP and 12 rounds of the premium. Now this 155mm howitzer will do 750 alpha, penetrating 48mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 8 meters, and that goes up to 9 meters if you use the premium ammo. And he's actually doing something quite cheeky here, because he is shooting up the south edge of the map, right up the valley towards an M60. Oh! Direct hit, 276. He switches over to go for the Guerrilla, and he's loaded. The Guerrilla has just, oh, it's not a Guerrilla, it's an object. He's marked the target, fires the round in, and splashes in for 78. Well, even though our guys pulled back to cover the cap, nobody's been spotted out in the field. You can see shells still being fired in that direction towards the TD rock. So somebody might be there. They wouldn't be firing from that towards that position unless there was somebody there. And the Guerrilla is, and we know in fact actually there was the object there as well. And we haven't seen him for a while, but I suspect he's still there as well. I'm trying to actually get this right. He doesn't want to put the shell too far back. Oh, but he's going for the object. Goes for it. Direct hit for 304. He hugs the rock, and he must be right alongside that gorilla while he's doing that. He sets off another round, and he gets a direct hit that time. And I rather suspect him being instead of being the object, he might have hit the gorilla. Rounds out, and he kills the gorilla this time. Nice use of the ammunition there. Got his second kill of the game after the Manticore. In fact, several of our tanks are now actually going up the west side of the map, and they've actually reached the northwest corner, halfway to the enemy cap area, and it looks like the enemy may have made exactly the same mistake that our team made, and they've decided to go lemming training down the south side. M60 trying to pull back, gets wiped out. We've got enemy tanks near the marsh. Also, or enemy tanks, we've got tanks near the marsh, and they spotted an Object 430U. Meanwhile, Ubum's trying to take out that IS-7, and oh, there he goes. Kill to the E4. Right, that Object 430U, he's still got 2 shots. He's dialing in, getting ready, line up, work out where he's headed. He's pulling back a little, rounds out, and right into his rear. A penetrating shot. Hit the thin armor right on the rear of the vehicle, and he got a penetrating shot on the guy. Goes for the 277, goes long, and he's now in reload. Well, our team have now reached the enemy cap area, and they're actually coming up behind the guys, so it looks like they did make the classic error of leaving their cap exposed, and all 3 of their enemy Arty have been spotted. They've lost their GWE, they're about to lose their T92 and their Bat Chat 155-58, but I don't think we're going to get a chance, no, because all 3 of them have gone to our tanks, and now it's just the Object 277. He just got tracked, he's burned his repair kit to keep moving, so next time he gets tracked he's going to be immobilized, and that's going to make him an easy kill. Our shot lands behind him, but not close enough to actually take off his tracks. Getting ready for the next shot. It's a long time for the shell to land. 3 seconds at this range. Rounds out. Here we go. That should have tracked him. He's now taking damage. Yep. In fact, it's stun assist. And there goes the 277. There's only one enemy tank left. It's an Object 705A. And he's surrounded. He's further up the valley, and I don't think there's any chance of him getting out of this one now. And there you go. He's gone. So it is a victory. So how did UbumPong get along in this game? Let's have a look at his end of battle stats. Well, it's a first class tanker for UbumPong in the Bat Chat 155-58. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13 in this one. And he got a Confederate medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And that's despite the fact that he got 2 kills, including the first kill of the game, the Manticore, and then that Guerrilla 15 afterwards. Let's have a look at team score. Well, if we look at team score, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the T110E4 on his team with 3,331 hit points, but he didn't get a high caliber. The next highest scorer was the Object 430U with 3,136, and then we got UbumPong with 3,119, not that far behind. When it came to kills, it was the Bat Chat 25-ton who did the best. He got 4 kills in that game. 3 kills went to the T92 HMC, 2 kills to the E4, UbumPong's Bat Chat 155-58 and the Object 140. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it was UbumPong who did the best. He got 939. 916 went to the Object 430U, 880 went to the E4. He fired 15 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits and 2 penetrations. Yes, one of those shots was on the Object 430, and I suspect that the other one was actually to the Guerrilla 15, and we could probably check that straight off. Yes, it was the Guerrilla 15, and yes, he did penetrate the Object 430U. He didn't penetrate the Manticore, funnily enough, but he just did enough damage to the guy with one shot, and I think he'd suspect that he'd actually been hit by some other member of our team just before our shell arrived, and as a consequence he was wiped out. If we look at the rest of the detail, so 7 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 16 splash, damage of 3,119 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2, and did 2,372 hit points of stun assists off 16 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 43,007 credits, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, still made a profit of 27,711 credits. He got 939 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 2,818 experience points taken away, but best thing of all is he completed SPG 15 for the T-55A on this mission. Yes, he actually completed the final SPG mission, doing enough stun and enough damage during that mission to get all the SPG missions complete. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.